Hey guys, today we're talking all things Blairsville and the top 7 things you need to do and see in this great little town. You don't want to miss number 1, so make sure to stay tuned. Hey, welcome to Higher Elevations Real Estate. I'm Trish Rodriguez, local real estate agent with Palmer House Properties in the North Georgia Mountains. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know all things about the North Georgia Mountains, things to do, places to see, where to live, I do all of that here. So make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. So, Blairsville. It is a charming little town located in North Georgia. It butts up to the North Carolina border and it sits in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And it is absolutely gorgeous, and because it sits in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains, anywhere you go, doesn't matter what direction, you are going to be surrounded by absolutely beautiful scenery. And this brings me to my first point, the scenery, number 7. There are so many pretty views here, whether you are going north towards North Carolina, south towards Dahlonega, east towards Young Harrison, Hiawassee, or west towards Blue Ridge and Ellijay. Blood Mountain actually runs from Blairsville down to Dawsonville. This is actually a route that we take anytime we want to go into the Dawsonville shops or to Sam's Club over in Gainesville, places like that. We take Blood Mountain to get there. It is a very, very windy road, but it is very popular among motorcyclists and sports cars because they like to get that little adrenaline rush on the curvy roads. It's also a popular trail for bicyclists to go on. It scares me to death every time we pass them because it seems so dangerous to me. So every time we pass one of them, I say a little prayer for their safety. As you've started your day out in Blairsville and you're getting ready to go on those scenic rides, or you're getting ready to go down Blood Mountain for that scenic ride, the first thing that you got to do is stop off at a coffee spot. So that's number 6 on our list. We have some really great coffee spots here in Blairsville. Of course, we have the standard Dunkin Donuts and Starbucks. Even though we're a small little town, we do have some retail options that are more popular. And we've got one that is a coffee and pastry, and they have really great pastries and donuts and things like that. They're actually really known for cronuts, which is a croissant donut. That's actually really good, and that is called G&G, Grinds and Glazes. And then my favorite little spot is Cabin Coffee, and the reason I love this place so much is because it just absolutely is so cute to me. It's got all of this cute mountain decor, so as soon as you walk in, it's just mountain decor everywhere. They even have little stools that are made out of saddles, so you can sit on a saddle as you're sitting at your bar top area to have your coffee and your morning pastry. They also have good little breakfast options, little breakfast bowls and wraps and sausage biscuits and things like that. So it's a great little spot to get some coffee and to get you a little bit of breakfast before you head out from Blairsville for your day out venturing. So now that you've had your coffee, we are ready for number 5, which is hiking. We have obviously some really great hiking spots here in Blairsville. Everywhere you go in the North Georgia Mountains, there's some really great hiking spots. And I have actually done a couple of them. I'm not much of an avid hiker, but I do like to get outdoors and I do like to get some exercise and breathe in the fresh mountain air. That is something that I really love. Anytime I can get out and do those things and be able to see lake, open water, that makes my heart even happier. And we have a great little spot here in Blairsville. It's called the Nottely Trail, and it actually winds around some of the lake, so you can actually see the lake as you are walking through the trail. We actually, me and my son went and did this trail the other day with our dog, and it was a great little hike. It's pretty easy. There wasn't really, there's different difficulties throughout the trail, but in general, the spot that we hiked was very easy. Our dog was pretty good with it too. It was about a mile in total, And we have an English bulldog, and he gets overheated very easily, so we have to be careful of that. And he was panting pretty hard when we got done, but he was okay, so that was good. Are you tired? We'll get you some water. Another popular spot for hiking in Blairsville is Brasstown Bald. It actually is the highest point in the state of Georgia, and when you get to the top, there's an observatory, yeah, there we go, observatory tower at the top where you can actually see 4 states. North Carolina, obviously you can see Georgia, Tennessee, and I think South Carolina, I think. Anyways, you can see 4 states. I have hiked this one. And to me, at the time, it was pretty difficult because feels like it's completely 100% straight uphill. I had to take many breaks, to catch my breath. I was about 50 pounds heavier than I am now, so you can imagine that was even more difficult. But we really did enjoy that hike, even though it was very taxing, and I felt like I was going to die when I got to the top. We got to the top, we made it, and it was absolutely a beautiful view. You can see 360 all the way around you, and it's just amazing. So it's worth it, but it is a hike. So there's another hike that we did in Blairsville, and it started at Brasstown Bald, but it's actually considered a different hike than Brasstown Bald because it goes over these ridges. Anyways, so it's actually a 5-mile hike, and this is the one that I was told was downhill. Not completely downhill, but it was mostly downhill, so I will give my friend that. It was mostly downhill. But it was not all downhill. Anyways, this hike to me, I am not an avid hiker. I'm very, very much a beginner hiker. Like, I don't have hiking boots. I just have tennis shoes. I don't have the gear. I'm not that person, right? Like, I love to be outdoors and I love to go hiking. It's great. It's fun, but not an avid hiker. And to me, there was one portion of this hike that scared me to death. Like, I thought, this is how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on the side of a mountain because I have to cross this little part that I was not prepared for. Had he told us about this beforehand, none of us probably would have done it because we've been like, no, I don't think so. So anyways, it was me, my husband, our 2 kids, our friends, no, not both of their kids, only one of their kids was with us. And we had to cross this little area that went through, it was like the side of the mountain, and the trail for right there had been washed away. That was essentially what it was like. And so you had to go down this really slippery, muddy area with all these tree branches, and they had a little baby rope. I mean, a little baby rope. It was a joke. I thought, are you serious? This is what we're supposed to use to hold on to? This is going to save my life if I start to slip and fall down this side of a mountain? Like, that was a little scary to me.
Mom, I like how you're filming us, and I'm like almost like life-threatening.
Like you're about to die?
Life-threatening.
So anyways, so we get through the whole hike, right? And we are literally at the very bottom portion, and they've got these switchbacks, and we're getting to the end of the trail. And my husband looks at me and he says, I don't have the keys. We had parked our vehicle at the bottom of the trail, and we had taken our friend's vehicle up to the top of the trail. Now, it's 5 miles. It's a 5-mile trail. We had taken our friend's car to the top of the trail, so that we could start the trail, and then at the bottom have our vehicle at the bottom of the trail. We left our keys in our friend's car. So when we got to the bottom to where our car was, we had no way to get in the car. So keep in mind, we're still new to this area. We don't really know anybody. The only people that we know here so far are the friends that are with us. And they don't have keys to our car. We had nobody that we could call. We really did not know what we were going to do. Thankfully, our friends, their son can drive, and so they called him, and he was able to come and pick up his dad and take him back up to the top, and then meet us back down at the bottom. So it all worked out, but I mean, I literally was like in panic mode for a few minutes, and when my husband told me this, we're back and forth like, what are we gonna say to John and Amanda? What are we gonna do? So it was quite the adventure, and now we know to double and triple check that we always have our keys with us when we go out on a trail. Don't ever want to be in that position. I promise you do not want to be in that position. So number 4, we have waterfalls. We have really great waterfalls here. There's 2 right offhand that I can think of. One is in Vogel State Park, which is a really great park. But the first one is in Vogel, and you can actually see that one as you are driving by on the side of the road. So that's a nice little gift that you can just, see it on the side of the road. And the second one is Helton Creek Falls, and I've actually been to this one a couple of times. I've gotten there 2 separate ways. So there's a main way to get in, which takes you kind of through a little bit of a neighborhood area, and then you will see the marker sign at when you get to kind of the end of the neighborhood and you get to like a dirt road basically. You'll see a little marker sign that says Helton Creek Falls, 2 miles ahead. So when you go on that, it's a dirt road. It's very narrow, and it does have some switchbacks. So it can be a little scary, driving it, just because you never know if somebody's coming around the corner. So you've got to be careful, and it is very bumpy. And very long. I didn't realize how long 2 miles feels. Like it feels like it's forever, and that you're never going to get there, and you wonder if you're actually going in the right direction. So anyways, but once you get there, the waterfall is great. There's a little bit of a hike to get there from the parking lot, but it's not bad at all. You just go down some stairs and then cross a little bridge, and then you've got the Great Falls. And there's a upper and a lower, and the lower, I probably did that backwards. There's a upper and a lower, and in the lower portion you can actually get into the little pond area that's down there. And then I think you can hike up to the upper area, but I do think that you obviously need to use caution with that. And I've also gotten there by some sort of back road that our friends that live up here know about, and that actually took us through a creek, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit scary. I was in the back seat praying, Lord, please let us make it over this creek. I was afraid that we were gonna sink or something, I don't know. Anyways. So number 3 is Lake Nottely. It is a great little lake. It's great for getting out in kayaking, jet skis, boating, fishing. You can do different water activities out on Lake Nottely. So it's a great little lake, and we have actually kayaked there before, and that was our first time kayaking, and we had a really great time. That was actually what prompted me to really want to move up here. We've been visiting here for 7 years. Our friends had been here that long, and so we had been visiting here a couple of times a year, and every time we just really enjoyed it. But a couple years ago was the first time we'd actually gotten out on the lake, and I was just blown away by the mountain scenery around the lake. I just thought it was gorgeous, and I decided then and there that not only did I want to be in the mountains, but I wanted to be on a lake in the mountains. We haven't achieved that goal just yet, but we're working on it. And but we did make the move, obviously, to Blairsville, and it has been the best thing that we've ever done for our family. Our kids love it. We love it. It's just a great little town, so we love it here. Number 2 on the list is shopping. We have several great little shopping places up here. There's a place called Alexander's. They offer clothes, shoes, they have firearms and ammo. Other local shopping is also downtown on the square area. There's Farmer's Daughter, there's I think it's called Mountain Life Mercantile. There's a wine shop, Logan's Turnpike, where you can get grits and other great little honeys and jams and things like that. But the Farmer's Daughter and Keen Creations and Mountain Life Mercantile, those are little shops where you can get t-shirts and farmhouse decor and hats and, you know, just different little things that are really cute. They also have a lot of home decor type items that are actually locally made. In each of the stores that I've gone to, I have heard the shop owners say that they love to support local small businesses, local artists, and a lot of the things that are in their stores come from local artists in the area. There was some great woodworking pieces that I saw in one store off of the square, and it was actually, the store owner said that they refer to it as 3 trees. It was a wooden piece of artwork that had a piece of iron with 3 trees in the iron, and I mean, it was really pretty. It was really unique, and I enjoy seeing things like that. And of course, I like hearing the backstory as well, especially when it comes from local artists and, you know, people that are local to the town. There are also antique stores. There's plenty of antique stores in the area. There's Victoria's, which is over near our bowling alley and movie theater, and there is Picker's Barn, which is kind of in a different spot of town. But lots of little places like that you can just find, you know, unique items. Number 1 is wineries. Since we started the day off with a great little coffee, and then you know, went hiking and saw waterfalls and went shopping and did all the different activities here to check out in Blairsville, you have to end the day with a nice drink, right? So you want to check out, we have a couple of local wineries in the area, and you'll definitely want to check those out. We also have Granddaddy Mim's, which is a moonshine distillery. And each of these spots offers something a little different. The wineries, they have wine tastings. You can buy by the bottle, or you can do the wine tasting flights. And at Granddaddy Mim's, you can actually get some of their mixed drinks. So they have a variety of different mixed drinks. But we checked out Paradise Hills in Blairsville, and it's a great little winery, and they also offer cabins, and I believe they do weddings there and things like that. There's also Odom Springs Winery. We haven't been to that one yet, but that's next on my list to check out. We actually did go to Granddaddy Mim's for the first time the other night, and they were doing music bingo, and that was actually kind of cool. We enjoyed the music that they were doing the music bingo with. We only stayed for 2 rounds, and we didn't win either time, boo, but But we had a good time listening to the music and trying a couple of their drinks. Now this video is all about Blairsville, things to do, places to see. But if you are interested in moving to the area, you've got to give me a call. I love it when people reach out, so please give me a call, send me a text, write me an email, however you want to do it to get in touch with me. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date with everything going on in the North Georgia mountains. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.